I'm going to tell you a bit about A-level music at Freeman College, and we follow the EDUCAS exam board specification. There are 3 parts to the course in which students will be assessed: performing, composing, and appraising or listening. Students have a choice with this A-level as to whether they choose to specialise as performers or as composers. With performing, the expected standard is grade 6. Now we have many students that perform to a higher level than that, and they're able to access really good marks. You can also get very close to top marks if you're playing to a slightly lower standard. If you're doing major performing, you have to perform a 10-minute recital to a visiting examiner. If you're doing minor performing, it's 6 minutes long. And there's plenty of time to work on that during the course, both in lessons and with instrumental teachers. For major composing, students have to submit a portfolio of 3 pieces. Alternatively, for minor composing, they have to submit 2. In both cases, students need to write a piece of music from the Western classical tradition. And by that I mean a Baroque, classical or romantic piece that uses notation and is scored out in a traditional way. So what are we studying? There are 3 areas of study. The first one is the development of the symphony from 1750 to 1900. We then have a choice between rock and pop, musical theatre and jazz, and we normally use musical theatre. And we also have a choice between 20th century music and 21st century, and we choose 20th century. We find that these suit our students the best and also give them rise to make the best compositions. As with GCSE, there are a number of set works that students have to study during the course. For the development of the symphony, it's Haydn's Symphony No. 104 and Mendelssohn's Italian Symphony. And for the 20th century choice, there's a piece by Poulenc and another by Debussy, and students will get to know these really well during the course. In the final exam, students will be listening to music and commenting upon them. They'll be doing a comparison, they'll be writing out some dictation, and they'll be writing an essay about the development of the symphony. Strongly recommended that students understand that there is a lot of Western classical music in this A-level, and the ability to be able to read notation fluently is really important to the success and the enjoyment of the course. So anyone thinking of taking the A-level needs to make sure they're at least grade 5 theory standard in their understanding of treble and bass clef, key signatures, scales, time signatures, and they are able to recognise all the different chords and how they relate to each other.